Welcome to the Safe RVing YouTube channel. I want to tell you a little bit about this channel, introduce myself, and give you an idea of what you can expect from the content that we're going to create. I'm Blaine Hoffman. I love RVing, and that's something that I've really come to love actually over several years. There's just something about having everything you need packed into the rig, taking it on the road with you, waking up somewhere new. I'm completely hooked. I love that. I absolutely love that. I'm not a full-timer, but I also come at this from a different angle than most people you'll meet in the RV world. I've spent almost 30 years as an occupational safety and health professional. Once you've spent that much time studying any one thing, you just can't unlearn it. I roll into a campsite, I'm thinking about certain things. I'm hooking up the shore power, I'm checking certain things. I go to hook up my travel trailer, I'm calculating certain things. So I'm always thinking in those terms. And at some point, I realized that that instinct, that knowledge is pretty useful, especially for RVing. So I don't want to scare anybody off to RVing, but really quite the opposite. I want to help share and learn from others so that we can make every trip that you take one that you come home from. We want to make it safer and more enjoyable so that we could do more of it, not less. So that's what this channel is. A little bit more about my background. I have a master's degree in occupational safety and health management. I have a Lean Six Sigma green belt, so a lot of practical problem solving. I spent a decade consulting for private industries, manufacturing, some mining, and also the Department of Defense with some branches of the military. And again, most of my adult life got kicked off, my working life, I should say, got kicked off in the fire department. I started as a firefighter and went into prevention and education. So I've also completed RV tech courses. One of the things that I do is, I try to go all in. If I love something, I'm going to go all in. But one thing I learned is that when you're on the road and something breaks or something isn't working properly, you don't always have the luxury of calling somebody. There's a bunch of RV techs out there, mobile RV techs. I've used some of them, some great ones, by the way. And I watch some of their channels. Some of my favorite RV techs have YouTube channels and produce really good content. I hope to have some of them on this podcast and YouTube channel to share some tips. But I learned a long time ago that if you don't know how some of your RV or camper or Class A motorhome or even your vehicle, how some of these systems work or are supposed to work, and some basic troubleshooting. You don't need to be an engineer. You don't need to be a full-on diesel mechanic, but a basic understanding. I learned that can be very useful in preventing some things from going wrong, what to look for, what good looks like or should look like so that you could spot it before it becomes a problem. So I completed an entire RV tech course just really for myself so that I can keep my rig going and work on my travel trailer. I've made some updates to my travel trailer that I will share eventually on this channel. And maybe there's things that you were thinking of doing to your RV to make them safer and more efficient. Things like that. So that's just a little bit about my background and how I'm approaching all of this. So that's what this channel is. It's the Safe RVing channel, where we help you get home from every trip. That's not a tagline. Actually, technically it is a tagline, but that's the goal. That's our goal in a nutshell. We want to help you get home from every trip. Every episode is built around one idea. The RV life is incredible. And it's even better when you know what can go wrong before it does. We're going to talk about electrical safety, fire risks, towing, weight distribution, fatigue on long drives, campsite hazards, emergency preparedness, the stuff that experienced RVers know intuitively and that beginners don't really know how to ask about yet. And so this is something that we're going to tackle for you. And whether you're experienced or new, there's probably something you're going to pick up from this channel. Now, here's what the channel is not. And I want to be clear about this up front, because there are some really good channels out there and some great creators doing some other stuff really well. I follow them, I learn from them, and I hope to maybe collaborate with them going forward. But this is not a lifestyle channel. I'm not a full-timer. I'm not selling you on a lifestyle, things like that. We're not, following us around in our rig, showing you our favorite campgrounds and what we had for dinner in Sedona. And, we love those channels, but that's not what this channel is. This is not that full-time RV living channel. All right. That's a whole nother world unto itself. And I'm going to leave it to those folks that know that lifestyle. While I do have RV tech training, as I explained, it was very self-serving. It's just for me. I certainly would not compare myself to a certified RV technician or a tech that has done this for years and has a business and has just goes in and out of rigs of all different sizes and shapes and helps fix those and troubleshoot those. Those are the professionals you should listen to when it comes to those types of topics. My angle has simply been to, as I said, have a basic understanding so that I can look for things before they go wrong. And I'm always coming at it from that safety angle. So that's key. This is not primarily a tech or gear review channel either. We might be looking at some products that are safety related and doing some comparisons. For example, with fire prevention, the little that little fire extinguisher that you get when you buy your RV. Yeah. Here's a preview of what you're going to get. I would seriously consider tossing that and replacing it with something better. We can cover stuff like that with you and why. So it's not affiliate links driven product reviews and unboxing to get views. That's not what it is. It's literally analyzing and reviewing things that are going to make your RVing life safer. That's it. That's all we're going to be geared towards. We'll even have some of those creators, hopefully, as I mentioned, join us from time to time because, great RV content and safe RV content should be one and the same. Okay. I'm going to do my best to make it exciting and show you some of the things that we've done and give you examples of what good looks like and cover some of these things. So look, most people don't think about RV safety until something goes wrong. I've learned that in the workplace as well. It's just something that we assume everything's going to be okay. That's not going to happen to me. What's the worst that could happen? That happens to other people. Those are freak accidents. There obviously must have been something, really wrong for somebody to have that kind of incident or fire with their camper or rig or something like that. You would be surprised. It happens all the time. They're very common and they're easily avoidable. And that's what we're going to break down for you on this channel. So if you want to hit the road with confidence, if you want the knowledge that lets you actually relax on your trip because you've already thought through the risks, you're in the right place. Again, I'm Blaine, and this is the Safe RVing channel. Be sure to hit subscribe so that you can get home from every trip.